Hey everyone, today I want to talk about something very specific. That is how I'm trying to improve my typing speed. Right now I'm stuck between 75 to 80 words per minute and I haven't been able to cross that barrier for almost 3 weeks. No matter how much I practice, the speed doesn't increase. So I decided to look for a different perspective. I asked Kimi, which is an alternative to ChatGPT, for advice on how to break this plateau. And honestly, the suggestions it gave were very interesting and quite different from what I usually hear. Let me share them with you. The first thing is the first thing it suggested was doing 20-minute non-stop typing sessions 3 times a day for 1 week. For 1 week. The key rule here is no correcting mistakes. Normally when I type and make mistakes, I stop, go back, correct them, and that generally slows me down. It reduces my words per minute significantly. But this method says even if your accuracy drops, don't stop. The idea is that this forces your nervous system to adapt to speed. Accuracy can be fixed later, but speed needs to be trained separately. It also warned me that my fingers will hurt and it will feel uncomfortable. This phase is called diminishing grind, where progress feels invisible but adaptation is happening in the background. S- And according to Kimi, around 75 to 80 words per minute, most people hit a cognitive processing barrier. At this stage, the problem is not finger speed. The problem is that the brain is still reading letter by letter instead of reading word chunks. So the solution is to force the brain to read 2-3 words ahead. It also suggested practicing at much higher speed than my current level. I should set my typing software to something like 130 to 140 words per minute and try to keep up for 30 seconds. Even if I fail, the goal is not to maintain that speed. The goal is to push the nervous system so that normal speeds start feeling easier. One advanced technique, one advanced technique it mentioned is called a rolling technique. Instead of typing letters as separate actions, the fingers should move in a smooth rolling motion. For example, when and typing the word one, I shouldn't think of it as ONE. I should think of it as one continuous movement where as soon as I press O, my finger is already preparing to press N and then E. This reduces hesitation between keystrokes and increases flow. It also suggested that sometimes the standard typing technique doesn't work best for everyone. For example, instead of using the pinky finger for certain keys, I could try using the ring finger and see if it feels faster or more comfortable. And finally, it recommended using a better keyboard. A mechanical keyboard with a light linear switch can reduce actuation force, making it easier to type faster without tiring my fingers too quickly. That is everything I learned from this experiment. Now I'm going to apply these techniques and see how much progress I can make. Thanks a lot for watching.